My dear brothers and sisters in the risen Lord, ordinary time, week 14, day Monday. All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator, for all I have not seen, said by Emerson. Dwight L. Moody, 1837 to 1899, was one of America's most effective evangelists. His father died when Dwight was only 4 years old. With 9 children to feed and no income, the widow Moody was docked by creditors. In response to the situation, the eldest son ran away from home. But Mrs. Moody was a very strong woman who managed to keep the family together. Every night, Mrs. Moody placed a light in the window and prayed very fervently with great faith for the return of her lost son. Dwight wrote of those days, when the wind was very high and the house would tremble at every gust, the voice of my mother was raised in prayer. In time, her prayer was answered. After many years, one day, when his older brother came back home, nobody recognized him. When he came to the door, a great beard flowed down to his chin. It was only as tears began to choke his beard that Mrs. Moody recognized her son and invited him in. He said to her, "No, mother, I will not come in until I hear first that you have forgiven me." She was too willing to forgive, of course, and threw her arm around her son in a warm embrace. In today's gospel, Jesus went to the house of the synagogue official and gave light to his daughter. It is the attitude and the faith of his father which led to his great miracle. Let us note. 1. The father's desperation. A synagogue was a place where people assembled together to worship God. The sacrifices were offered only in the temple of Jerusalem. But for the purpose of prayer and exposition of the scriptures, the synagogues were used. They were like the present day chapels or prayer houses. In the first century, before the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD, there were not less than 480 synagogues in Jerusalem alone. This official who came to Jesus was a ruler of the synagogue, one of the elders to whom was given the care of the synagogue. His daughter, who was 12 years old, was only daughter, and now she lay dead. A light from his life had just gone out, and he came desperately pleading to the light of the world to once again bring back that light. The loss of his daughter had taken away all pride from him, and now he came and knelt down at the feet of this simple healer from Nazareth. The death of his daughter had driven him to Christ. The loss of any one of our relatives must always drive us to Christ, for He is our life. Second, the father's faith. This synagogue official had tremendous faith in Jesus. He knew that his daughter was dead, yet he believed that Jesus would raise her up. As long as there is life, there is hope and room for prayer. But once life is taken away, we can only go to them, but they cannot come back to us. But this father believed otherwise. Even after his daughter's death, he still hoped and believed that she could return back to him if Jesus came and laid his hands upon her. As he believed, so Christ did to him. He went to his house, took the girl by her hand, and imparted life to her. Let's have a total trust in Jesus. May God bless you all.